Okay, greetings and peace, everyone. My name is Neo, and I'm here for the people. All right, new video here, and I was just watching a video just a few minutes ago, and also yesterday. Yesterday, I was speaking to someone that made me realize that I have to do a video about this. And then, as soon as I got done watching a little bit of a part of a video, I said to myself, I gotta go ahead and get a video out right now. And here it is. The video, I'm gonna title it something of the lines is "Don't give information to sleep people." Don't give information to sleep people. This is what I mean by that. You have the people who are asleep, meaning the unconscious people, the people who don't know what's really going on, and the people who really believe that this physical world and this physical reality is the only reality that they can and have experienced. They don't understand that there is a spiritual world, and there's angels, there's guides, there's ghosts, and there's higher beings from other planets and other star systems, and who are actually here on this planet in this reality. Those are unconscious people. But then you have I would say, the half conscious people, and then the fully conscious people. The half conscious people are like half conscious and half asleep, or they might be half conscious but still doing unconscious things. Those are kind of like those. And then this is just all of my terminology right here, my own stuff that I'm coming up as I speak right now. And then you have the fully conscious people. The fully conscious people are the spiritual people who understand the spiritual world and this mundane physical world both, and know how to work within both of them, and work with angels, guides, and all other types of beings, and who is also doing all the right things here on this physical plane and can move around in and out all over the place. I would say I'm in the middle of half and fully conscious, like right in the middle of there, because I still do some unconscious things that I'm working to release, like eating the candy. Because man, you guys, my angels keep telling me, and it might be my higher self keep telling me to stop eating that candy. And when I realized a few weeks ago, like, what it's doing to my teeth, I'm like, oh man, I gotta get that out, because I realized not only what it's doing to my teeth, but whenever I stop eating the candy and I don't eat nothing, I just drink water, my intuition amplifies. It's like boom, and it's like when I go places, I just know things, and I know where to go, who to speak to. It's even stronger, it amplifies. And I was just doing some research a few days ago, and I realized that the certain foods that we eat, the unconscious foods, that's what I'll say, the unconscious food, the unnatural foods, those damper our brain waves, suppressing our focus ability, our concentration, and also our ability to manifest. It suppresses our brain activity, vibrations, so that it prevents us from being able to manifest what we want. So it's like if we eat right, cleanse our body, then our brain waves amplifies and we'll be able to focus more. And I've noticed that when I stop eating, all of that it's true. It really is true. I can think more. My intuition is like really sharp, really sharp. So that's where I feel like I am. So the reason why I'm saying this is this: when I talk to certain people about spirituality, the unconscious people, the sleep people, I can see the reason why it's important not to speak to them about certain spirituality information. Don't give it to them at all. And I've noticed that with my family. Most of my family are asleep. And it is really obvious to me, and especially my mother. Man, that's one of the reasons why I just feel like it's best for me to just stay away from my mother until we come to an agreement, because my mother is still very immature and she's still asleep. So it's like it's really hard for me to really be on a high conscious level and still just communicate with her. Just to communicate with her. It's like I gotta be very, very careful with what I say to her and what I do to her without her either getting extremely angry and agitated or just flatlining. Because that's what sleep people do when they receive higher consciousness information. When I give it to them, it's like before, when I talk about unconscious stuff, they just like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And I'm talking about mundane, silly stuff and talking about other people in bad ways, sometimes intentionally, just to see the difference. They are just like, oh, blah, 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 and then they just going boom, 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 boom. But when I start talking about angels and I start talking about manifesting, they almost instantly just stop. And then, the flat line at the hospital with where they monitor your heart rate and to see if you're alive, you're just like this. When I'm speaking to them about the unconscious stuff, the mundane stuff, they're alive. They're alive. They're moving, and you can feel their energy. But when you start talking about conscious stuff, high consciousness stuff, they instantly flatline. And I can feel their energy. They go from vibrant to like flat. I don't feel nothing coming out of them when I start talking to them about conscious stuff. And even when I start talking to people about how to raise a dog correctly, because I have 2 dogs, well actually 3 pit bulls now. And when people wondering, when they see me walking with 2 pit bulls at one time, and I start talking to them about being a pack leader and about controlling your energy, they flatline. That's what I call it. That's my term. They flatline. And it's like nothing comes out of their mouth. Their energy just like flatlines. It drops. And I can feel it, that instant drop. And then they'll like turn their head, or they just won't say nothing. Their face turns blank. I'm like, wow. I can see the difference. It's a major, major difference. So to everybody out there who are conscious, at least above the unconscious sleeping level, at least that or more. If you are above, are like that, and you understand spirituality, or you're interested in understanding the spiritual world and angels and guides and all of that stuff, and eating right, all of that stuff, keep that to you. Anybody that's not questioning to understand how you are doing so that they can do the same thing, all of those people that's not like that, leave them alone. Don't talk to them about this stuff at all. I'm serious, and especially if it's your family, because there's a lot of people who are like me, who are the only conscious one in their family, and who's rising consciously and reading books, staying focused to raise my consciousness. There's a lot of people out there that's like that. And your family, I was told, and I really believe, the family is your worst enemy once you become conscious. When you are just like them and you're asleep, you're on the same level. But as soon as you start rising, your family is going to look at you as weird. And now my family look at me look at me as weird, and I'm looking at them as weird. So that's when I know, okay, I'm on a more conscious level now, and I gotta focus and pay attention and keep staying on the path that I need to stay on, and then just leave them alone to a certain extent, because they don't understand a lot of things that I understand and comprehend. And even with your friends are going to be in a similar or the same exact situation. So certain things you can't talk to them about. So that's the biggest thing and most important thing I am saying in this video. Don't speak to the unconscious people about conscious information. They only want to talk about the lower, mundane, earthly information, and then that's it. They only want to talk about sex, alcohol, smoking, smoking that weed, crack for some people, basketball, football. Oh, such and such, LeBron did this, or what's her name? Kim Kardashian did this. Did you hear that? She's having a baby. She's with somebody else now. All of that mundane, stupid stuff. And that's the reason why I stopped hanging with a lot of people. I just left them alone because I'm so sick of talking about that ignorant, stupid stuff that's really a distraction to keep you from knowing who you are and all of your abilities and knowing that you are in control of your life. And so my focus been lately is, of course, taking care of my dogs, making sure that they get the exercise that they need, and spending time with them, and also spending time with myself as I always do anyways, and focusing and understanding even more how to control my brain activity and my vibrations. That's what I've been focusing on lately, is focusing my thoughts and writing. I just understood now and I comprehend it completely, is that writing your thoughts down is more important than just saying your thoughts to manifest. And I'm not going to go ahead and end that. I might do that in another video, but right now I just wanted to go ahead and tell you guys to stop talking to people, sleep people, about higher consciousness stuff, consciousness stuff, because it's not going to work. They're just going to flatline. And that's it. If you haven't experienced that yet, talking to somebody who's unconscious and you're conscious, and you're trying to talk to them about higher consciousness stuff, try it out just a little bit and watch how they'll flatline, or they'll stutter and they'll try to be on your level but they can't do it, and then they'll somehow bring in some mundane stuff that they're programming from what they heard on TV. As soon as they say I heard this on TV, then that's when you know they're unconscious. Unless they're a conscious person and they're able to decipher all through the stuff that they've seen on TV, and then pick out whatever they need to pick out, and then talk to you about I heard this on TV. However, on the most part, the unconscious people are usually the people that are still watching TV. If they're still watching TV and they watch it every single day and many hours throughout the day, more than likely there's a high rate of possibility that they are the unconscious sleep ones. So alright, that's it for me. Peace out, and until next time, thank you.